There is a truth older than memory, whispered by men who walked before time began, carved into the silence of temples, hidden in the gaze of gods. It says, a woman is not to be understood. She is to be known, not with logic, not with pursuit, but with presence. No one told you this. No one told you that a man is born twice, once from his mother, and again when he faces the mystery of womanhood without losing himself. You were told to chase her, please her, worship her, never to see her. That blindness has cost men their kingdoms, their peace, and their souls. If you are ready to reclaim your presence, master your mind, and learn the truths no one else will tell you, subscribe to Stoic 95 and begin your journey of discipline, clarity, and masculine mastery. Modern men have lost their center. They seek validation, not virtue. They fear being disliked more than being disrespected. They adjust to every word, overthink every message, and bend to opinions that do not serve them. This is not kindness. It is weakness. Women sense it immediately. They feel the absence of direction, the lack of grounded power. Attention can entertain, but it cannot create trust. Safety is built on certainty, not approval. Attraction thrives on polarity. Strength, decisiveness, and emotional stability create desire. Obedience and reassurance do not. A man who lacks internal authority signals instability. Women detect it subconsciously. It triggers unease. Their instincts do not lie. This is not manipulation. It is evolution. Stoicism teaches the remedy. Control begins within. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Rejection, praise, or distraction cannot shake the man who masters himself. He does not react impulsively. He does not collapse under judgment. He moves deliberately, like a force the world cannot sway. Your task is to reclaim presence. Stop explaining yourself. Stop bending for validation. Focus on purpose, discipline, and internal order. Let your actions speak louder than words. Strength does not demand attention. It radiates quietly. Women feel it. The world notices it. Power is not performed. It exists. Polarity is ancient, timeless. The fundamental tension between masculine order and feminine flow. Adam and Eve, Samson and Delilah, Shiva and Shakti. These are not stories of simple romance. They are lessons about balance. The man represents direction, purpose, structure. The woman embodies emotion, intuition, change. When the man forgets his order, he loses her respect. He chases her emotions, and in doing so, he loses himself. The feminine is a river that cannot be controlled. If you follow her without direction, you are pulled into her current. To stand firm is not to overpower. It is to remain unshaken. She will test your calm. She will stir the waters of your emotional landscape, searching for cracks in your foundation. She does not seek chaos. She seeks strength through stability. Not words, but presence. Not promises, but actions. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." This is the key. Control what is yours. Your emotions, your frame, your direction. The man who holds his frame when tested commands attention. He speaks less and acts more. Consistency becomes his signature. Let discipline create gravity. Attraction is not drawn by endless validation or emotional reaction. It is created by containment, the ability to remain grounded while everything else shifts around you. Women are drawn to the man who does not bend under pressure. He simply stands. Words are noise, a constant hum, meaningless in the face of truth. Compliments, validation, these are shallow waters. They cannot reach the deep currents of her soul. Women do not hear the words you speak. They feel your presence. They feel your energy. They feel the silence between the noise. Desperation speaks in every word, every gesture. It communicates weakness, insecurity, a man who is grasping. Calmness speaks a different language. It speaks power. The man who is not moved by the chaos around him becomes a still point in the storm. This stillness draws her in. It is a force that cannot be mimicked. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." You cannot control her moods, her attention, or her whims. You can only control your state. The man who controls his emotions controls the room. The man who controls himself becomes the man others want to follow. Stop proving your worth. Stop seeking approval through words. Look at her beauty and remain unmoved. This is the forgotten language. Speak with your presence. Let your actions define you. Observe more, respond less. Your silence is not weakness. It is a declaration of strength, led through certainty. The woman who tests you will sense your calm, your groundedness, without a single word spoken. Strength is not in what you say. It is in what you do not say. It is in the space you create by simply being. She will feel your power long before you speak it. Every man faces it. A woman enters his life, not by accident, but as a test. She questions. She challenges. She vanishes when certainty is expected. This is no random event. It is a crucible designed to expose attachment, ego, and hidden weakness. Emotional stability is the measure. Anger and desperation reveal dependency. Calmness reveals power. This is the fire that separates the men who endure from those who falter. It is not her behavior that defines the outcome. It is your reaction. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Your strength lies in controlling your response, not attempting to control her. Stop seeking clarity where none is owed. Stop arguing for validation that is not yours to claim. Turn your focus inward. Direct it toward your work, your mission, your growth. Every challenge, every disappearance, every test is an opportunity to strengthen your inner foundation. The fire that once burned you, that tempted your ego and pulled at your need, now becomes the forge. It refines you. Each trial shapes discipline, sharpens composure, and builds presence. You do not merely survive. You rise. You emerge as a man whose calm is unshakable, whose authority is felt without words. She does not chase a reaction. She senses a force. In the trial of fire, the masculine proves itself, not through conquest or words, but through mastery of self. A woman is a mirror. She reflects the energy you carry, the state you inhabit. Grounded, disciplined, composed, she feels safety. Anxious, reactive, unsettled, she mirrors uncertainty. This is instinct, not calculation. She absorbs what you project. Your inner order becomes her calm. Your chaos becomes her unrest. Discipline draws harmony. Chaos draws tension. The emotional waves around you are not hers alone. They are your reflection. Every glance, every mood, every subtle test asks one question. Are you centered or are you adrift? Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Her moods are not a puzzle to solve. They are a measure of your composure. Each reaction tests your calm. Each challenge measures your mastery. The man who remains grounded in the storm does not need to speak to assert authority. His presence communicates strength. Listen, breathe, observe, hold your frame. Let silence carry weight. Strength radiates not through noise or effort, but through restraint. The man who governs himself creates a world in which others can trust, relax, and align. The feminine responds to this order naturally. She does not chase it. She mirrors it. Your task is simple but profound. Master yourself. Let your energy be steady. Let your presence be unwavering. In doing so, you become the force that shapes the environment around you. She feels it before you even speak. Desire without need. This is the mark of mastery. Most men fail because they live in extremes. They either chase endlessly, revealing dependence, or withdraw completely, appearing cold and unfeeling. Both extremes betray a lack of inner control. Detachment too far creates distance. Attachment too much exposes weakness. Balance is composure. Psychology calls this emotional regulation. Women instinctively respond to it. They desire a man who can feel attraction without being consumed by it, who can express intent without surrendering his power. Strength and desire can coexist when tempered by self-mastery. Stoicism teaches the same truth. Mastery begins within. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." True freedom is not the absence of desire. It is control over how desire shapes your actions. The man who maintains equilibrium commands attention effortlessly. He responds, but does not chase. He expresses interest, but does not attach. Calmness becomes authority. Self-possession becomes gravity. This balance is magnetic. Women sense it before words are spoken. Their attraction aligns with stability. Their respect follows consistency. Your power grows not from what you gain externally, but from what you hold internally. The less you rely on her approval, the more she is drawn to your presence. Balance makes a man unshakable. It creates a force that attracts, holds, and inspires without effort. Your task is to embody this balance. Desire without need, presence without ego, calm authority without attachment. In this state, you become untouchable, admired, and deeply respected. Most men never rise above comfort. They speak of growth, but do not act. They want power without sacrifice, respect without earning. The 2% hear the truth and act. They rebuild from silence. They do not chase validation. They master control, not performance. Women sense this immediately. Calm energy, deliberate decisions, presence that demands attention. Emotional stability signals safety, leadership, and confidence. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Master your emotions. Command your presence. Respect flows to the disciplined. Stop chasing connection. Master yourself. Strength is earned." The 2% are not louder. They are clear. Their presence speaks for them. They move through the world with quiet certainty. They do not react. They create. They rise. If you are ready to step into this path, to master your mind, to reclaim your presence, then take the first step today. Subscribe to Stoic 95. Join the journey of discipline, clarity, and masculine mastery. Learn to live with purpose. Learn to stand unshakable. Become the man women respect, the man the world notices, the man you were always meant to become.